सद्रत्नमालायाः चतुर्थं सत्रं प्रति सर्वेषां स्वागतं। प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। असाध्यसाधकस्वामिन् साध्यं तव किं वद रामदूतकृपासिन्धो मत्कार्यं साधय प्रभो। I will start with the Paranam. परिकर्माणि संख्यानां युति वियुति गुणनं हरणं च वर्गमूले च घन घनमूले चैतत् साध्यतमं गणितमाहुराचार्याः। संकलित व्यवकलिते यथास्थानं व्युत्क्रमेण क्रमेण यदिवाङ्कयोः मेलनं युतिम् युतिमत्राहुर्व्युतिं च वियोजनम्। अतः एतद्वयमपि पठितवन्तः गतवर्गे, पुनः तत्र गच्छामि। So we'll start with the new topic Gunanam. गुणनम् इति चेत् एतदेव गुणनम् अस्ति, गुणनम् इति उच्यते। दिस् यु आल् नो, इट्स् वेरि फेमिलियर् टु यु। तर्हि अत्र गुण् इति धातुः कश्चन, तस्य धातोः कानिचन कृदन्तरूपाणि। कृत् इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः, संस्कृते भवन्तः जानन्ति प्रायः। प्रकृतिप्रत्यययोजनेन पदं सिद्ध्यति। तत्र कृदन्तम् इति कृत् इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः, प्रत्ययसमूहः। तर्हि तेन बहूनि पदानि व्युत्पादयितुं शक्नुमः वयम्। अत्र गुण्, यत् इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः, गुण्यः इति, गुण्यः, गुण्या, गुण्यम् इति त्रिशृङ्गेषु अपि भवति। गुण्यः इति गुण् इति धातुः, तदनन्तरं यत् इति प्रत्यययोजितं चेत् गुण्यः इति भवति। गुण् अनन्तरम् अच् इति भवति चेत् अच् प्रत्ययेन गुणः इति भवति पदं। गुण् तेन तस्मात् ल्युट् इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः योजितः चेत् गुणनम् इति भवति। तर्हि भिन्नभिन्न अर्थान् सूचयति एतानि पदानि। किं तत् इति पश्यामः। परन्तु वधवाचकशब्दः अपि गुणनं सूचयति। वधः, वध नाम किं? कृष्णः, श्रीकृष्णः कंसस्य वधं कृतवान् खलु, वधम्। अत्र हननम् इत्यपि गुणनम् इत्येव अर्थः। गणितक्षेत्रे पारिभाषिकशब्दः अस्ति। सो इट्स् अ टेक्निकल टर्म. सो वेनेवर समथिंग सम वर्ड डिनोट्स वधवाचकः, समथिंग किलिंग और समथिंग, तर्हि तस्य अर्थः गुणनम् इति अर्थः। गुणनं नाम किम्? अत्र प्रथमं गुण्यः इति अत्र प्रक्रियां पश्यतु। गुण्यः, गुणः, गुणनं, दिस् ऑपरेशन इस् कॉल्ड गुणनं। गुणः नाम अत्र एतद् मल्टिप्लिकेण्ड् मल्टिप्लयर् इति वदामः खलु। अत्र गुण्यः, एषः गुण्यः, एषः गुणः। अतः पारिभाषिकशब्दानि शब्दान् जानीमः वयं। तथा एव अत्र अग्रे वयं पठितुं शक्नुमः सर्वान् ग्रन्थान्। अतः द मल्टिप्लयर्, द मल्टिप्लिकेण्ड् इस् काल्ड् गुण्यः, द मल्टिप्लयर् इस् काल्ड् गुणः। अनन्तरं गुणनं नाम द होल् ऑपरेशन इस् काल्ड् गुणनं। We all know that it's commutative, so it can be interchanged, but we have to pick something as a multiplicand, something as a multiplier, and then do the operation. We always do that in our whatever we learn in school. So whatever we have here right now is whatever we're going to learn is not anything new. So it is very simple. It's the same kind of operation which we do in our schools also. So just remember these names, because these kind of names will be used in the commentaries. These were names as well as other names which are same meaning. Samanartakaha shabdaha api prayujyante iti. Astu. Tarhi gunakarma. Gunyantyopantyadin sarvan gunayet gunena pratagankan gunyan gunakanda saman kandaistayirvatha tadyutir gunanam. Iti. Punaha patami. Gunyantyopantyadin sarvan gunayet gunena pratagankan gunyan gunakhanda saman kandaistayirvatha tadyutir gunanam. Iti navamah shlokah. Padachedam pashyamah. Gunyantyopantyadin sarvan gunayet gunena prithak ankan gunyan gunakhanda saman kandaihi taihi va atha tadyutihi gunanam. Iti. Padaparichayam karayami. Atra antyah upantyah cha antyopantyah iti. Antyah upantyah cha antyopantyah gunasya antyopantyah gunantyopantyah gunyantyopantyah gunyasya antyopantyah gunyantyopantyah gunasya khandah gunakhandah tadyuti tesham yutihi. यदि प्रश्नाः सन्ति कृपया चैट बॉक्स मध्ये वा Q&A मध्ये वा स्थापयन्तु. इदानीं हस्तम् उन्नयन्ति चेत् अन्ते एव. So I will take questions at the end of the class when you can talk. But if you want to have questions, you can type it in the Q&A box or the chat box. If you raise a hand now, I cannot help you in any way. I can't unmute you now. तर्हि अन्त्यः उपान्त्यः च अन्त्योपान्त्यः गुण्यस्य अन्त्योपान्त्यः गुण्यान्त्योपान्त्यः गुण्यस्य अन्त्योपान्त्यः गुण्यान्त्योपान्त्यः गुणस्य खण्डः गुणखण्डः तद्युतिः तेषां युतिः षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः. Okay. So now we know गुण्यः गुणः गुणनम् इति. तर्हि प्रथमा पङ्क्तिः एवम् अस्ति. गुण्यान्त्योपान्त्यादीन् सर्वान् अङ्कान् गुणेन पृथक् गुणयेत्. तर्हि तस्य अर्थः कः? गुण्यस्य अन्त्यः उपान्त्यः इत्यादीन् सर्वान् अङ्कान् गुणेन पृथक् गुणयेत्. पुनः पठामि. गुण्यस्य अन्त्यः उपान्त्यः इत्यादीन्, अतः गुण्यान्त्योपान्त्यादीन् इत्यस्य विग्रहः एवमस्ति. गुण्यस्य अन्त्यः उपान्त्यः इत्यादीन् सर्वान् अङ्कान् गुणेन पृथक् गुणयेत्. अत्र अङ्कान् इति अस्ति, डिजिट्स् इति संख्या अस्ति, डिजिट्स् अस्ति. गुणेन पृथक् गुणयेत्. तर्हि अत्र अन्त्यः इत्युक्ते अन्त्यः अङ्कः इति अर्थः. उपान्त्यः इत्युक्ते पेनल्टिमेट् डिजिट्. तर्हि अन्त्यः उपान्त्यः इत्यादीन् सर्वान् अङ्कान्, इत्यादीन् इत्युक्ते all the digits starting from the last digit, penultimate digit, so on इत्यर्थः. इत्यादीन् सर्वान् अङ्कान् गुणेन पृथक् गुणयेत्. गुणः एषः अस्ति, तर्हि गुणेन पृथक् पृथक् गुणयेत्. 2 × 4 8, 2 × 3 is 6. तथा तावदेव गुणयेत् इति. he is writing the procedure of multiplication in a verse. तावदेव. गुण्यस्य अन्त्यः उपान्त्यः इत्यादीन् सर्वान् अङ्कान् गुणेन पृथक् गुणयेत्. तावदेव. So that is the point. So he has now already mentioned about how it is gunanam is done. So it says chat functionality is disabled. You can type it in the Q&A session. Q&A. It's okay. Because I think we wanted the record of all these things. I think chat we don't get a record. Q&A we can answer, get the transcript later also, so that I can answer the questions later also. So please use the Q&A for your questions. Okay, Tarhi, this is the first line of the verse talks about how we can do the multiplication in a normal way. So if there is only one digit, let's say, it's very simple, right? So you just take each single digit and then keep multiplying and then write the answer. So here, the Granthakaraha, he assumes that you know multiplication tables. Okay, so because this is not a introductory textbook in mathematics, so he assumes that you know what multiplication. So gunena pratak gunayet. He just says, just do multiplication. He doesn't teach you multiplication tables here. So he assumes that you know what multiplication is, that it is multiplication is repeated addition and all these things. He assumes that you know. So gunyasya antyaha upantyaha ityadin sarvan antan gunena pratak gunayet. So this is very clear, I hope. It doesn't mean to mention each digit separately. It doesn't. So it just says take the guna and then multiply. So here it is. I have made it very clear, very simple here by taking only one digit of the gunaha, but the multipliers. But if it is multiple digits, he is going to come next. So in the next step, next line is going to talk about it. So this is the second step. Talks about how if you have multiple digits, how you can do it, how you can split this whole problem into multiple problems. Tarhi gunyan gunakanda saman kandaihi taihi va atha tadyuti hi gunanam. Gunyan gunakanda saman kandaihi taihi va atha tadyuti hi gunanam. Athava pada अन्वयः अथवा गुणकण्डसमान् गुण्यान् अन्तान् तैः कण्डैः गुणयेत् तेषां युतिः गुणनम्. So yutihi you already know because we talked about in the previous class itself, and there is a homework problem. So yutihi, so gunas in yutihi is addition. The addition is used in multiplication. So he says athava, or what can you do? Gunakanda saman gunyan. The kandaha, it says you split gunakanda saman gunan. So it's like, for example, he's saying 52 is gunakanda saman. So it is equal to some broken into two parts. Gunasambandha saman gunyan anthan taihi kandaihi. So kandaihi iti atra bahuvachana rupam asti. Ataha you can split it into as many parts as possible, and then tesham yutihi gunanam. So you 52 I have split it into two here. So first you multiply by 68, and then 50 you multiply by 34, and then you get 1700 or 1700, and then add. So tesham yutihi gunanam iti vadati. So you can keep on. So basically, in the first step, he's telling the basic step of multiplication. After that, he's saying he's teaching you the distributive property of the multiplication. Yatra y times p plus q is y times p plus y times q. The distributive property asti khalu tad eva atra suchayati. So using the distributive property, you can now split the whole multiplier into many parts, and then keep multiplying each of those parts with the multiplicand, and then add them together to get the final gunanam. Tad tesham yutihi gunanam. The gunanam iti atrapi suchayati. He's also tesham yutihi gunanam iti atra phalam eva gunanam iti. As I said, gunanam is the whole operation, but in this verse he's also telling that gunanam is the answer, the phalam eva gunanam iti. Okay. Khandaha arthaha kaha iti chet khandaha iti part. Khandadvayam atra khandadvayam dvau khandau staha. So khandadvayam asti. So khanda is part. So you just break it up into parts. Okay, so this is multiplication. So basically, multiplication, he has only one verse. So this is the way of doing it. He just talks about the distributive property and the what the basic multiplication operation is. But the Purvacharya, so Leelavati, etc., they give, here he gives 5 different ways of doing multiplication, basically. But because Sadratnamala is more of a compendium or a summary text, he gives only one verse to do it, and one way, one method to do it. Actually, 2 methods, let's say, if you want to check. So it's the distributive property and the basic multiplication. Yes, so there is a question. The word antyam is also used for 10 to the 15, 10 to the power 15. Here it is differentiated by the use of masculine word antyaha. No, it is like, you can say that, but it's also context based. So antyam, so we also, antya is a technical term. Here it is used in a normal way. So basically, you can use words in different meanings, right? So it's in every language you use words with a different meaning. For example, in India, in English, for example, VOW, you use bow. It depends on the context that you're using. So based on context, you have to make understand the meaning of the text. You can make a mistake by saying, oh, antya here is 10 to the 15. You will not get to the final answers, right? So basically, you will have to autocorrect yourself and you will come to the final. That antyaha means the last digit. That's it. Okay, so there's another question. In Gunya, can we split? Yes, of course. I already mentioned that multiplication is commutative, so even Indian mathematicians knew it. So you label which one is Gunya and which one is Guna. That's it. And then after that, you can split whatever you want. So you can also do it once you split, you can split both and do it also. But you are only making it complicated, right? So there is a question. I didn't understand the method of multiplication here. I mean, this is very simple. So you are just multiplying by 2 and then writing 68 and then multiplying by 50. 50 multiplying by 34 is, you just write a 0 here and then 5 times 4, you do 20, and then this is carry over the 2, and then 5 times 3 is 15 plus 2 is 17, 170 you write, and then you write another 0 because of the 50 here, and then add them. I don't know what is very difficult here. This multiplication is very obvious. This is high school mathematics. Okay, the question is why plural of what? Okay, Kunyan Ankan. So Ankan ityaha ataha plural. So there are many digits. So it's all Visheshanam of Gunasa Kanda Saman Gunyan Ankan. Iti ataha there is Bahuvachana Rupam. Okay, there is a question about, I couldn't hear the part about bow. So I am saying words are used in different meanings. So BOW in English, when you use it, it depending on context, you use it in different meanings. That's all I meant. So are not the numbers are not written in reverse order? No. Why are they written in reverse order? So basically, it is it is gone in the reverse order. I'm saying from Antya to Upantya and all these things. So you do the multiplication. From the units place. Eka, Taha, to higher digits. Ekam, Dasha, Shatam. So that's what he said. Antya and Upantya. So you go to the reverse, and of course you write it in the same place. It's all okay. Previously also he told that Yatasthanam. So you should do the multiplication. You should write the digits in that place it corresponds to. So this is 2, and 2 times 4 you have to put it in the Ekasthanam only. 2 times the Shatasthanam you have to put it in the Shatasthanam only. There is no other, that is not compromise there. Okay. Hope there are no more questions. I will go ahead. So basically, Gunana Prakriyayaha Vakyaihi Nirdeshaha. This again I mentioned this. There was a homework question also in the Sankalanam Vyavakalanam also I mentioned. It's very important because if you want to read the commentaries, these are the basic building blocks. If you don't know this, you will be you won't even understand what they're talking about. So because there are vibhaktis, there are vachanam, all these things. So atra ekena gunitaha shad bhavanti. Atra ekena gunitaha shad षड् भवन्ति अथवा एकगुणाः षट् षड् भवन्ति एकगुणाः षट् षड् भवन्ति एकं षड् इत्यनयोः गुणनं षड् भवन्ति एकं षड् इत्यनयोः गुणनम् अत्र षष्ठी भवति इत्यनयोः गुणनं षड् भवन्ति तथा एव द्वाभ्यां गुणिताः षड् द्वादश भवन्ति द्वाभ्यां गुणिताः अत्र तृतीया द्वाभ्यां गुणिताः षट् द्वादश भवन्ति द्विगुणाः षड् द्वादश भवन्ति द्वे षट् इत्यनयोः गुणनं द्वादश भवन्ति इति तथा एव त्रिभिः गुणिताः षट् अष्टादश भवन्ति षण्णां त्रिभिर्गुणेन अष्टादश भवन्ति अत्र षण्णां त्रिभिर्गुणेन अष्टादश भवन्ति त्रयाणां षण्णां च गुणेन अष्टादश भवन्ति इति अनन्तरं त्रिशता गुणिताः षड् अशीत्यधिकशतं भवति त्रिंशत् गुणाः षट् अशीत्यधिकशतं त्रिंशत् षट् इत्यनयोः गुणनम् अशीत्यधिकशतं भवति अत्र भवति इति किमर्थं तत्र शतं नाम अहं पूर्वमेव उक्तवान् शतं नित्य एकवचनम् इति अतः शतं भवति इति शतेन गुणिताः षट् षट्शतं भवति शतगुणाः षट् षट्शतं शतं षट् इत्यनयोः गुणनं षट्शतं भवति अष्टभिः गुणिते द्वे षोडश भवन्ति अष्टगुणे द्वे षोडश भवन्ति अष्ट द्वे इत्यनयोः गुणनं षोडश भवन्ति एवम् अत्र गुणनम् इत्येव अहम् उपयुक्तवान् हननम् अपि समानार्थकः so you can read it all these things using the word hananam or any vadha shabdasya artham सूचयति चेत् vadha if any word using han dhatoः समानार्थकः अस्ति चेत् तर्हि तदपि उपयोक्तुं शक्नुवन्ति भवन्तः अस्तु okay difference between shad and shad okay this is not a grammar class but I will tell you what it is so it's the same so in many times for example if at the end of the pada if end of the word if there is the takara or the first column of the word for example ta ta da da na iti asti the first column is ta and the second column is tha the third consonant is da the fourth consonant is da asti idanim atra if the first or second at the end of the word end of the pada if the takara the first or second consonant comes it is optionally changed into a third column consonant shat shad means the same thing okay both are correct but here I made a sandhi rule because the shakara is a hard consonant atra karkasha vanjanam asti atah edapi I left it as a first letter of the consonants so okay so basically as I previously also mentioned the prerequisite of the class is for you to know a little bit of Sanskritam up to Anvaya so if you don't know that's fine you can still attend this class but please make an effort to learn some Sanskritam otherwise you will not be able to even cross the gate of this get into mathematics text reading mathematics text okay okay so can any of the three rupam used in the prayogam I don't understand this what are the three rupam you're talking about yeah any correct so basically these are all equivalent rupam so basically the prayoga I am just giving you many ways of writing this correct so this can also be done this can also be correct this can also be correct so all mean the same so Sanskritam it's a richness of the language which gives you to write it in multiple different ways and this is what scholars want also because they are constructing padyani so they are constructing verses so basically that is they want different ways of writing it because they want to fit into the meters okay okay so let me go forward so gunanam iti gunanam idanim atha bhagaharanam iti hr dhatoh hr iti dhatoh kridantarupani hr nyat anyat hr dhatoh nyat iti pratyayah योजितः चेत् हार्यः इति रूपं कृदन्त रूपं हृ इत्यनेन हित् इत्यस्मात् ण्वुल् इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः योज्यते चेत् हारकः इति भवति। हृ इत्यनेन ल्युट् इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः योजितः चेत् हरणम् इति भवति। हृ इत्यनेन इत्यस्मात् तिन् इति कश्चन प्रत्ययः योजितः चेत् हृतिः इति भवति। सो भिन्न भिन्न अर्थः भवन्ति एतेषां। सो कृदन्ता, so basically each kridanta means different, but it's all from the root of the word, the etymology, the hri dhatu is there. So harakaha iti yatha yaha chalati saha chalakaha. So one who is driving is the driver kalu. Yaha chalati saha chalakaha. Tatha haranam iti nama atra, the operation itself is called haranam or hritihi. Yatha yutihi asit. So yojanam yutihi iti samanarthakaha. अतः तथैव अत्र हृ धातोः हार्यः हारकः हारणं श्रुतिः इति भवति। तत्र कः हार्यः? हार्यः इति चेत् डिविडेण्ड् इति वदामः खलु। हार्यः येन हरति, यः हरति सः हारकः। So one which divides, which is the divisor, is the harakah, and the whole operation is called haranam. This harana phalam, so basically the quotient is called the harana phalam. Okay, so basically when you divide something, you get the phalam, which is the quotient, and one which divides, which is the divisor, it's a harakaha. The dividend is a haryaha. So it's again technical terms. These are all, you should be very familiar with it. So if you are not familiar with it, you will not understand what he's talking about, because these are technical terms in the commentary. Some of the technical terms. So there are a lot of technical terms, but I am just giving you one. So based on this, if you anchor yourself in this, after that you can get all terms which are related to this, and okay, this is what like that. Okay. Okay. Can we write ekam cha shat cha gunena militva shat labhyante? No, so gunena iti asti. So there are, okay, this is a mathematically this is a correct statement, but grammatically it's a wrong statement. So basically you have two constraints here. Your Sanskritam also should be pure, and the mathematics also should be correct. So gunena iti atra gunena iti lyudanta rupam. So gunena gunanam iti asti chet tatsa shashti eva ujjate. Ataha ekasya shat shannam cha gunena militva shad labhyante iti vaktum shaknuvanti. In gunanam, what is the product in Sanskrit? So gunanam is the gunana phalam athava gunanam ityeva atra product iti vaktum shaknuमः. अथवा गुणः गुण्यः gunanam ityeva product iti vaktum shaknuमः. So there is a overload of the operation, and the answer is they use the same word probably. So okay. Okay, so bhagaharanam. Bhagaharanam. Yadgno haro harya samastatphalam harane bhavet harya dhridhi swanadika harakena tapotkramat. Yadgno haro harya samastatphalam harane bhavet harya dhridhi swanadika harakena ततोत्क्रमात् इति. ओके, पदच्छेदः. यद्घ्नः हारः हार्यसमः तत् फलं हरणे भवेत् हार्यात् हृतिः स्वानदिकहारकेण तथा उत्क्रमात्. पुनः यद्घ्नः हारः हार्यसमः तत् फलं हरणे भवेत् हार्यात् हृतिः स्वानदिकहारकेण तथा उत्क्रमात् इति. अस्तु, पदपरिचयः. यद्घ्नः यया हन्ति इति यद्घ्नः. हन्ति इति गुणयति. यया इति अत्र लिखितवान्. येन अपि भवितुमर्हति. येन हन्ति इति यद्घ्नः. सो दिस् घ्न इति it is a what if you for example shatrughnah shatrung hanti iti shatrughnah तथा अत्र यया हन्ति इति यद्घ्नः इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः, अथवा येन हन्ति इति यद्घ्नः. So I think probably I'll change this to yena hanti iti adgnaha. That makes it better. Yena hanti iti adgnaha. Hanti iti gunayati. Purvamapi uktavan. Han dhatuhu asti. Vadha vadhartakaha. Ataha gunayati iti arthaha. Multiplies iti arthaha. Swasmat anadikam swanadikam. So swasmat anadikam swanadikam. Swanadika harakaha. Swanadika harakaha iti haraha. Harakaha haraha. So swanadika harakaha iti swanadika harakaha swanadika harakaha. Okay, so these are the pada parichaya. We will look at the meaning of the shloka. Pratham bhagar. Kim nama haranam. So he first defines what is division. Yadnaha haraha hadyasamaha tatpalam harane bhavet. Yadgnaha haraha hadyasamaha tatpalam haryasamaha tatpalam harane bhavet. Yaya sankhya gunitaha haraha hadyasamaha bhavati. Yaya sankhya gunitaha haraha haryasamaha bhavati. Sa sankhya haranapalam asti. So what is he trying to say here? So all he is trying to say is yaya sankhya gunitaha haraha haryasamaha bhavati. Sa sankhya haranaphalam. So if you multiply some number with the haraha and if you get the haryaha, you are multiplying the haraha, the divisor, with some number, you should get the dividend, right? So if you multiply some number with the divisor and if you get the dividend, that particular number is the haranaphalam. So that number is the quotient, right? So we know this. So that's what he's saying. Yadnaha haraha haryasamaha tatpalam harane bhavet. Yaya sankhya gunitaha haraha haryasamaha bhavati. Sa sankhya, I should make it haryasama bhavati. Because the sankhya asti ataha haryasama bhavati. Sa sankhya haranaphalam asti. So there's a typo here. Sa sankhya haranaphalam asti. So this is the definition of division. So basically, again, we always, whatever, whoever teaches in our parampara, they teach based on whatever you know previously. So you know gunitam, you know multiplication. From multiplication, I have to teach you division. He's teaching you, okay, that's a reverse operation. So basically, in the previous case also, he was teaching you multiplication by saying that it's addition. You keep on adding for example, you separate into many parts and then do the multiplication, the basic multiplication, and then add them to get the final result. Similarly, here also, he has taught you what gunanam is. So based on the gunanam, he is now saying this is what will be the final result of haranam, so the division. So this is the definition of division. And he will give you how to do the division in the next line. So that is what he's going to tell. Okay. So what is the symbol of symbol division called? So it is the whole process is called haranam, athva bhaga haranam. So symbol, I mean, I don't know whether the symbol, so there are no symbols here, right? So he's just using words to do everything. You will not see the division symbol in any mathematical text. You will just see words and words and words. We have made it very easy in our current mathematics by using symbols, by using this multiplication symbol, equal to symbol. Here he's saying samaha, that's it. Samaha means equal to. So I am putting all these things for your own understanding because we are all being trained in this method, so using symbols for mathematics. But Indian mathematics always uses words for describing the entire operations, entire algorithms. It can also be a bane. I sometimes think that if they used symbols, they would have written much more and explained much more. Maybe that not using symbols and only using words limited them to write only this much. It can also come that way. Okay. Okay, then how is the symbol change carried in algebra? We are not talking about algebra. I'm not going to get into that question. Okay. Okay. So Haryad, the second line, Haryad Satihi swanadikaharakena tatha utkramat. So he's just giving the whole division algorithm in one line. Haryat hritihi swanadikaharakena tatha utkramat. Artha kaha? Utkramat haryat swasmat anadikena harakena haranam punaha tatha hritihi. So he's punaha tatha hritihi tatra. Tatha hritihi iti upajya. He's just saying keep doing that. So yavat harakat adhikam shishyate tavat hritihi karaniya. Utkramat. So utkrama. So you start from the right to left. So always division you have to start from the right to left. Haryat swasmat anadika harakena haranam. So basically you keep doing it until you you are left with something which is less than the yavat harakat adhikam shishyate. So basically till you are left with a remainder which you cannot divide further with a number which you cannot divide further, which is the remainder actually. You have to keep on dividing. So utkramat haryat. So you have to keep on dividing and saying. So how do we divide? I already mentioned to you in the previous thing. The previous line mentions what is division. So you keep doing that and you get the haranapalam. So basically you have to reverse the multiplication operation to get this. So basically, so now first 25 is there. This number 25 is there. You in the previous case, you should think how much if I should get if I multiply 8 by some number, you should get this 25. So you multiply by 3, so you get 24, and then you take the remainder yavat shishyate. So take the remainder and then take the other number also 16. It's still above this 8. So you keep doing it. So you now again do this with what number if you multiply 8, you will get 16. So you write the 2 here. So and you write the 16 and you get the 0 as a remainder. So this is the normal procedure which we do, the long division method. That is what he's just mentioning it here. So this is the algorithm to do the division. That's all. So left to right. So division always you do from the left to right, right? Not right to left. You cannot do division right to left. You have to do, so utkramat, he's very clear here. You cannot do right to left and right to right. Only in addition and subtraction you can do that. In multiplication also he mentioned you kramat you do from the right to left. Antyat, upantyat, ityadin. Antyan, upantyam, ityadin. So that is the okay. So this is the how he's mentioning. He's describing the whole. The beauty is he's describing the whole division algorithm in one word. Haryad sritihi swanadika harakena tatha utkramat. That's all. It's very cryptic. So it took me a lot of time to. I may be wrong in this. So the swanadika harakena. This word is really very overloaded and very. It has a lot of meaning inside. My interpretation is swasmat anadika harakena haranam. So anadika harakena iti tasya tena adhikam nasti iti anadikam iti. I have taken it as this swanadika harakena. So yavat harakat adhikam shishyate tavat hritihi karaniya iti. This is my interpretation of this verse. So this whole thing he's fitting into one verse to describe the whole division algorithm. This is the long division which we already know. Okay. Let me go. So this is gahरणम again. So there are some words, technical terms I wanted to introduce here. Yadi bhajakaha shesham vina bhajayati. Shesham vina bhajayati it completely divides. So there is no remainder. Tarhi niragra bhajakaha ityuchyate. Niragra bhajakaha. So it's a perfect divisor. Iti arthaha. Shuddha bhajana kriya. Shuddha bhajana kriya shuddha asti. So it is a complete division. Nishesha bhajanam अपवर्तनम् इति उच्यते निःशेषभाजनम् अपवर्तनम् इति उच्यते गणेशदेवज्ञः बुद्धिविलासिन्यां बुद्धिविलासिनी इति कमेण्ट्री आन् लीलावती by this person Ganesh Devajnah. So this Acharya, he says that's the technical term for it Nishesha Bhajanam Apavartanam iti uchyate. So the complete division, if without any remainder, that whole process is called Apavartanam. He gives a new term here, Apavartanam. So he uses this word Apavartanam going forward, that's it. He says that and he starts using it. Apavartanam. Somewhere else he uses Apavartanam. So just wanted to give you all these new terms so that you know that when you stumble across these terms, you should not be like, oh, what is this? So he might be defining those terms in previous chapters or something. So be very wary about this. Suddenly they will throw in new terms and it might be a technical term. So please be wary of it when you read the commentaries. So basically you have to be carefully reading through the commentaries. It's an art people are taught to read commentaries. So that is how we should go about it. Okay. There are possibilities where the number could be 9 also. I don't understand this question, but there is a possibility where the number could be 9 also. Then what does Swanadika Harakena mean? Okay. Now what's it mean? So if the number is 9, Swanadika Harakaha will be 0 to 8. So that's it, right? So I don't know what more. It's just a very simple reminder. It's just a reminder. If you are dividing a number by any number n, the 0 to 9 minus 1 will be reminders, possible reminders. That's all. So there is nothing, there's no rocket science here. It is very, whatever we know is what is told here. Yes, Apavartanam Nama Shuddha Bhajana Kriya. Okay, so 8 times 9. I still don't understand. Let's keep this question for the end of the session. I will come back to it. Maybe you can ask over unmuting yourself. Okay, so let's go forward. Bhajana Prakriyaha Vakyaihi Nirdeshaha Ekena Bhajitaha Shad Bhavanti Eka Bhaktaha Shad Bhavanti Atra Bhaktaha iti asti. Atra technical term Atra Paribhashika Shabdaha asti. The Bhaktaha iti asti Bhakti Grante Pashyamah Bhaktaha Naradaha Bhaktaha asti. Parantu Atra Sankhyaayam Bhaktaha means Bhajana Kriya asti iti. Bhajanam Kriyate iti. Anantara Dvabhyam Bhajitaha Shad Treni Bhavanti. Tribhaktaha Shad Treni Bhavanti. Tribihi Bhajitaha Ashtadasha Shad Bhavanti. Ashtadashasu Tribihi Bhakteshu Labdhihi Shat. Vimshatya Bhajitam Vimshatyadikashatam Shad Bhavanti. Atra Vimshatya Bhajitam Vimshatyadikashatam Shad Bhavanti. Vimshati Bhaktam Vimshatyadikashatam Shat. Trimshata Bhajitam Ashityadikashatam Shat Bhavanti. Trimshat Bhaktam Ashityadikashatam Shat. So Bhajanam Bhaktaha Bhajitaha iti sarvam samanatakaha. Okay, so now let's we are going to shift gears and go to something the third chapter of this book. So I told you that I will teach only first 2 chapters. I am going to teach only first 2 chapters, but I want to introduce one verse from the third chapter. So we have to do a Mangalacharanam. So basically what Shankara Varma does is he has a Mangalacharanam for the third chapter also. I don't know why, but he has a Mangalacharanam for the third chapter. We will go there and then read the third chapter Mangalacharanam, and then we will go to it. So Devata Namaskaraha Ata Triciyam Panchanga Prakaranam Ityasmin Devata Namaskaraha Matangasyam Bharatim Krishnamaisham Martandadinanataha Smo Kurumscha Shri Lokambam Dakshinamurti Mesham Girnashreyonugrahotha Dadatu. Okay, so we'll go back to that. Matangasyam Bharatim Krishnamaisham Martandadinanataha Smo Gurunshcha Sri Lokambam Dakshinamurti Mesham जीर्णश्रेयोनुग्रहोत्था ददातु इति। माता अत्र पदच्छेदः मातङ्गास्यं भारतीं कृष्णम् ऐशं मार्ताण्डादीन् आनताः स्मः गुरून् च श्रीलोकाम्बां दक्षिणामूर्तिम् येषां गीः न श्रेयः अनुग्रहोत्था ददातु इति पदच्छेदः। अस्तु, पदपरिचयः। मातङ्गः इत्युक्ते गजः, आस्यं नाम आननम्, अतः मातङ्गास्यं नाम गजाननम् इति। भारतीं सरस्वतीम्, ऐशम् ऐशं कार्तिकेयम्, ऐशम् इति नाम ईशस्य अपत्यं पुमान्, ईशस्य अपत्यं पुमान् कार्तिकेयः, कार्तिकेयम् ऐशं कार्तिकेयम्। मार्ताण्डादीन् सूर्यादीन्, आनताः नम्रमुखाः इति अर्थः। आनताः नाम नम्रमुखाः, आ इति उपसर्गः, नम् धातुः, नम्रमुखाः। एषा इत्युक्ते इच्छा, अत्र एषा इति प्राथमिकस्तरे वयं एषा महिला इति वदामः, परन्तु एषा इत्यस्य अन्यः अर्थः अपि अस्ति, इच्छा इति। गीः इत्युक्ते वाणी, नः अस्मभ्यम् अनुग्रहोत्था, अनुग्रहात् उत्था, अनुग्रहात् उत्थितं, the one which is risen from the anugraha, one which is which manifested itself from the anugraha इति अर्थः, अनुग्रहोत्था। तर्हि श्लोकस्य अर्थः कः? वयं गजाननं सरस्वतीं कृष्णं कार्तिकेयम् आदित्यादीन् गुरून् श्रीलोकाम्बां दक्षिणामूर्तिं च आनताः स्मः। So we are all so we means the people who are reading the book, and also all the Jyotishagnyah. So basically all the people who are astronomers are all, we are all Anataha smaha. So we Namramukaha smaha. Vayam Kasya Purataha इत्येतत् गजाननं सरस्वतीं कृष्णं कार्तिकेयम् आदित्यादीन् गुरून् श्रीलोकाम्बां. Srilokamaba is, you know, I already told you, the Lokamalayarkavu Amba. Srilokambaam Dakshinamurti here also, you know. Cha Anataha smaha Anugrahaja gihi esham ichcham cha asmabhyam datatu. So Anugrahaja gihi. So from those from there Anugraha, this is coming Anugrahena jataha jata gihi, Anugrahena jata gihi vani esham ichcham cha अस्मभ्यं ददातु. इच्छां श्रेयस्तु अस्मभ्यं ददातु इति. अत्र जीर्णश्रेयः इति I just want to touch upon it. It's a Chandravakyam. So basically he also embeds the Chandravakyam and says that, okay, brings the that parampara, Vararuchi and all these people also into the picture. So I will talk about Chandravakya later when I get time. But now I don't want to get into this because it is a different, completely different topic, and it's a big topic. So let us. So he's just again doing a namaskaram to all these people, all these deities, and then starting the third chapter. So why did I start the third chapter? It's a question. Okay, I think I have time. Let me try to finish this topic. So Katapayadi Sankhya Niyamaha iti asti. So the third verse from the third chapter is the Katapayadi Sankhya Niyamaha. So Naya, oh my screen is freezing. So Naya vachascha shunyani sankhyaha katapayadayaha nishretupamtyahal sankhya nacha chintyo halaswaraha iti. Naya vachascha shunyani sankhyaha katapayadayaha Naya vachascha shunyani sankhyaha katapayadayaha Nishretupamtyahal Sankhya Nacha Chintyo Halaswaraha iti. Padachedha Nanyau Achaha Cha Shunyani Sankhyaha Katapayadayaha Nishretu Upamtyahal Sankhya Na Cha Chintyaha Halaha Swaraha iti. Halaha Swaraha. So this particular verse of Katapayadi is very highly quoted. So Shankara Varma seems to have just nailed the correct entire Katapayadi in this verse. So basically, people start quoting this verse left, right, and center about Katapayadi. So whenever they talk about Katapayadi, so this verse is a very highly quoted verse. So let's try to understand this verse. So Padaparichaya Nyayaha Nascha Nyascha Nyayau Nanyau Nascha Nyascha Nyayau Achaha itkte swaraha Katapayadayaha means Katapaya Adayaha Mishre itkte sanyuktakshare Upantyahal itkte antimasya purva vyanjanam iti arthaha halaha nama vyanjanani. So basically this is the Padaparichayaha. श्लोकार्थः कः नकारस्य न्यकारस्य स्वराक्षराणां च संख्या शून्यम्. So just to give a background, so basically this is a way of encoding the numbers in Sanskrit alphabets. So basically you can if you make some meaningful sentence, you can embed these numbers into these letters, and so you can easily remember those numbers. That's the point here. So basically, nyakarascha swaraksharanam cha sankhya shunyam katapaya adinam vyanjananam ekadi navaparyantam kramena sankhya. So we will see this, what it means. Katapaya adinam vyanjananam ekadi navaparyantam kramena sankhya sanyuktakshareshu antimasya vyanjanasya eva sankhya bhavati. So sanyuktakshara asti chet antimasya vyanjanasya eva sankhya bhavati. So if it is, I will give you examples. It will be very clear. Vyanjanaksharaih saha vidyamanasya swarasya tu sankhya na bhavati. Vyanjanaksharaih saha vidyamanasya swarasya tu sankhya na bhavati. So what does this mean? So Katapayadi sankhya. So 1 to 9. 1 to 0 and 9. So 0 we already know, nya, na, and padasya adho swaraha. Why padasya adho? I'll tell you why we came to this conclusion. So ka, kha, ga, ga, na, cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, tha, ta, da, da, na, ta, ta, da, da, na, pa, pa, ba, ba, ma, and then ya, ra, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha. So these are the letters in the Sanskrit alphabet. So I want to just make sure that antya akaraha ucharanartham. So I'm just saying ka, kha, ga, ga. The ka has two aksharas in that, and a. So basically the so the I'm just using for ucharanam. Otherwise I can't read this table at all. I could have put any other swara also. I could have put ki, gi, ni, iti. So I'm just using for my convenience. I'm using akara. So you could, for just ucharanartham, I could use any swaraksharam, but I'm putting only the kakagaganga here, akara here. So this is the encoding scheme. So when you see a ka or ki or ku or something, you have to say it is 1. And when you say na here, you always say it's 5. So just remember this. So ka varga starts with 1, cha varga starts with 6, ta varga starts with 1, ta varga starts with 6, pa varga starts with 1, yara la va sha, and then sha sa sa sha sa ha. 6, 7, 8. Just keep this table in mind. So now when you look at verses, it will be easy for you to encode what it means. So padasya adho swaraha. So swaranam, if you when it comes to vyanjanam, it does not have any value. It is just ucharanartham iti uktavanaham. Ataha, so when it is in the beginning of the pada, it comes without any vyanjanam with it. So that will have a value 0. So swaraha nama a, taha, au paryantam. Astu. Idanim udaharanani pashyamaha. Katapayadi sankhyaha udahritaha atra. Jihi nama 9. Ji itikte dhakarasya anantaram ikaraha. Ikara asti ucharanantam. Atha ji itikte dhakarasya nava iti. So ji has an encoding 9. Kti iti atra sanyuktaksharam asti. Sanyuktaksharasya antimah hal eva. Antima vyanjanam eva. Atra kakaraha takaraha asti. Takarasya eva tasya mulyam asti. Takarasya kimapi nasti. So if you have a conjunct consonant, you have to take the last of the conjunct consonant, takara. So it's 6 and e doesn't have any value. Id, hrid, kshantam, hrid, hakarasya anantaram. Tatra the antima hal without anything, it doesn't have any value. Takaraha does not have any value. Hr iti hakaraha eva tasya tatra asti. So if you have, okay, so I have to tell you this also. So so basically here hrit, the hakaraha only has a value and the rikaraha doesn't have, and takaraha also doesn't have a value. Okay. Kshirabdigaha, kshirabdigaha katam bhavati? Takaraha shi ra dh ji ga iti. So here again, kakara does not have any value. Kshi, the shakara has a value, that's 6. Ra has a value 2. Bakaraha does not have a value. Ji has a value 3. Anantaram, so what is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ji has a value 9. Gha has a value 3. So Ankanam Vamato Gatihi. This is very important. So you encode it and then you reverse, you read the numbers from the reverse order. Ankanam Vamato Gatihi 3926. So Kshirabdigaha ityasya value Mulyam 3926 iti. Astu. Okay, do I have some time? So I have some time. Let me do this also. Narayaniya Granthasya Charamastotram. Narayaniya Grantha Bhavantah Jananti Narayana Bhattatri Mahabhagena Likitamasti Likitah Grantha Tasya Charamastotram Evamasti Veda Narayaniyam Shrutishu Cha Danusha Stutyata Varnanena Sphitam Leelavatarairidamiha Kurutamayurarogya Saukhyam iti. Tasya Padatyadah kaha Veda Narayaniyam Shrutishu Cha Janusha Stutyata Varnanena Sphitam Leelavataraihi Idam Iha Kurutam Ayurarogya Saukhyam iti. Padaparichayah atra Narayaniya Vyakhya eka asti Balabodhini iti. So one of the wonderful outstanding commentaries on Narayaniyam. I don't think it's in print. It's also not available online. Somehow I have a copy of it, it came from my grandfather, so I don't know how it was. I just chanced upon it in my house, so it was lying in the attic. So okay, so Padaparichayah Shrutishu Vedeshu Janusha Janmana Stutyata Varnanena Stotavyataya Pratipadanena Leelavataraihi Leelaya Dhritaihi Avataraihi Tasya Varnanaihi Sphitam Purnam Dvedha Vipakarena Narayaniyam iti Grantasya Nama Narayanena Tannamna Kavina Nibaddatva Veda Bodhyam. So what he's saying here is Veda Narayaniyam. So Narayaniyam is the name of he's telling why this Grantha is named as Narayaniyam. One is it talks about Narayana, the Lord Narayana and his Leela. Also, the other reason is it is written by Narayana Bhattatri. It is written by Narayana Bhattatri. That's why it is called Narayaniyam. Or it talks about Narayana, it's called Narayaniyam. So it says Veda Vitpakarena Narayanayam iti Grantasya Nama Narayanena Tannamna Kavina Nibaddatva Dvedam Bodhyam iti. Anantram Ayuhu Paramayuhu Arogyam Nirogata Saukhyam Nama Aihikamushmika Vedena Vividam Sukham. So here Iha Anantram Amushmika iti. So here and the in the other worlds iti. Kurutam Utpadayatu iti Artha. Tarhi Atha Kalanirnayaha api karoti. एतस्य श्लोकस्य नारायणीयस्तु ग्रन्थस्य कालनिर्णयमपि आयुरारोग्यसौख्यम् इत्यनेन पदेन करोति. कथम् अत्र श्लोकार्थं पश्यामः. प्रथमं नारायणीयम् इति नाम कथं निष्पन्नं. वेदेषु उक्तः भगवान् नारायणः तस्य लीला च एव ग्रन्थस्य विषयः. ग्रन्थकर्तुः नाम अपि नारायणः यतोहि नारायणभट्टत्रिः. अतः नारायणीयम् इति नाम युक्तमेव. इदं नारायणीयं भक्तानाम् आयुरारोग्यसौख्यं कल्पयतु इति अर्थः. परन्तु अन्तिमं पदम् आयुरारोग्यसौख्यम् इति एतेन ग्रन्थकर्ता कटपयादिक्रमेण ग्रन्थसमाप्तिदिनं सूचयति. when did he finish writing the Grantha? Grantha Samapti Dinam Suchayati. Kali Yugasya Arambat Param. So Ayurarabhya Sakyam, if you do the Katapayadi Krama, you will get this 171210 Pamedine Grantha Lekanam Samaptam. So that corresponds to 27th November 1587. So if you say Ayurarabhya Sakyam, A refers to 0, U is 1, Ra is 2, Ro is 2, Gya is itasmin Yakarasya Ekam, Sau iti Sapta, Ya iti Ekam. So Ankanam Vamatokatihi 172210. So we have a point, we have an epoch where Kali Yuga when it started. So after that you just count this number of days, you will come to this 27th November 1587. So this is the way Narayana Bhattaji encodes the Grantha, the date of the Grantha. So he is also in the part of the Kerala mathematician Parampara. So he uses this. Okay, so this is the thing. So I will not go into the Sadratnamala and Pai. So we will go into this in the next class. So I wanted to just give you this Ayuraragya Sakyam. So let me take questions now because. Okay, can Sutyata Varnanena, Sutyata Varnanena, Stuti Ata Varnanena iti nasti Sutyata, Sutyata iti Stutyam nama Stotavyam iti artha, Stutyata. Okay, so let me stop sharing it here. Okay, so let me give chance to people who want to ask questions in the. Can you please raise your hands? Okay, let me see. Somebody raised hands. Okay, Lakshmi, I'm allowing you to talk. Please.
Hari Om, are you able to hear me, sir?
Yes. Namaste.
No, the question is, in the division, when you said that Swanadhika Harakena, and you said, it should not exceed. If you look into this particular example, my question was, say, for example, instead of 256, it was something else, where the possibility of the number could be something like 8 multiplied by 9 is 72.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so in that case, the 9 is more than 8 because that was the explanation I understood. I want to know if I have made any mistake there.
No. Okay, so that 9, so it should be only, the divisor is only the point. So basically, if it is 9, so 8 times 9 is 72, somewhere it is coming, but okay, so the whole point is whatever you get the remainder here, right? Or forever here, example. If it is more than 8, you keep dividing. That's all. If it is less than 8, you stop there.
But nowhere has it been mentioned anything about the remainder, no, sir. What is the term that is?
No, it's not remainder. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not. Okay. It's not told. It's not told anything. But it says it's just giving you a stopping criteria. So basically, it says yavat harakad adhikam shishyate tavat kriti karaniya. So keep doing it until you get. So the point is you don't want. It's not. The point is not okay. You want to be shuddha bhajana kriya. So you want some quotient. How much ever times. So basically that could be some remainder. You're saying that I'm stopping there. So basically you will get the quotient, but you will get the quotient right. Until the stopping criteria is you keep doing it until you have something more to divide. That's it.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so is there any other question? Is there anybody else who wants to ask a question? Let me see the thing here. Could you explain again how the Gregorian date 15 November was reached? Okay, so I didn't go into detail, but I think there is I don't exactly know the date when Kali Yuga started, so there is it's all documented. You can find exactly the date when Kali Yuga started. From there, you can count the number of dates, add so many days, you will get to 15 November 1587. That's all. But the point is, you should know when exactly the Kali Yuga started. So that should be a Gregorian date for that. The great code in Katapayadi must have been in Tithi. Must have been the Tithi. No, it is not. Basically, it is very clear that people understood what it is. So it's number of dates. So it's number of sunrises, if you will. Basically, it's exactly the number of sunrises. Okay, Madhuji has a question. Okay, I'm going to allow you to talk, please. Unmute.
Namo Namah Mohoday.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for the wonderful class. I'm really enjoying it. I have a question regarding this Katapayadi numbering system. I heard a lot about this. What is the actual application like? How do we use it and where do we use it actually?
We use it in a lot of things. For example, it's just encoding. So basically, I will also try to give a homework problem on this. But here, for example, one of the things, okay, I didn't get to that, but Sadratnamala in the book itself has a, okay, so he encodes the value of pi. So he just wants to give all the numbers. So basically, the point is to give the right numbers, but he doesn't use numbers. He has only words, Sanskrit alphabet. So that's it. You use that to encode numbers. That's all. So basically, later in the next class, I will probably talk about the value of pi. So basically, he is writing the value of pi 3.14 up to how many digits? 18 digits or 17 digits or something here. So he gives the value of pi using this shloka.
Right. Because I have seen this in Jaimini Sutram. One of the drishtikon to say is like we break it through Katapayadi system, and in music also I have seen several times.
So somebody has written here. Somebody has also given that some Melakarta ragas are also based on this. Yes, correct.
Right.
Melakarta names also in Kattadi music.
Yeah, because I was very curious and very eager to learn this, and I'm glad that you are touching this up. Very nice. Dhanyavad Mahoday, dhanyavad.
So is there any more questions? I know we're going out of time. If you want to drop, please feel free to drop off. I will answer the questions for people who are having questions. Okay. Jairamji.
Namaskar, sir. One question I have is this Martanda reference. So you don't think it's referring to Martanda Maharaja from Kerala? That's not the reference, is it here?
Generally, I think the commentators refer them to Surya. So probably it is. But the thing is, he has the thing here. There's no. I think there is no ambiguity here because Shankara Verma himself has written a commentary on this book.
Okay.
So probably he has told Martanda means that it is Surya.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to get the clarification. Thanks. And like you said, this scheme is used a lot. This numbering scheme is used a lot. As in music, especially, we use it a lot.
Correct. So basically, Katapayadi, I can keep talking about Katapayadi for 2 classes, but I don't want to go so much into detail. I mean, the thing is, again, this course is not about spoon feeding you everything. So now that you know, please go and read up on that and please get familiar with it and all these things. So I am just like a tour guide, right? I can just show you, okay, see this is where Taj Mahal is. You should go and explore Taj Mahal or something. And my whole goal is for you to just expose you to all these things. That's all. And I'm not going to go in detail and teach you everything. I will give you some homework problems and you can, from there, you pick it up.
And on this Arogya Saukyam, don't we use a lunar calendar in our system? So it should be number of moons, is it not? Or solar?
So Dinani ityeva vadati. I don't know. It's not only lunar. It's actually lunisolar. Whatever calendar we use, it's not a lunar calendar. So it is not like the Arabics. So we just say there is just the Ramadan went away, right? So if you see that festival, if you watch, if you keep a note of it. Every year it will keep on moving. So basically, this year it came in somewhere in May or something. Next year it will come in end of April or April it will come. It will keep on moving. So they are using a completely lunar calendar, but Indian system is using a lunisolar calendar. It has a combination of lunar and solar calendar.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Is there anybody? Okay, Veda. I'm going to allow you to talk. Vedaji. Okay, so I'm going to allow Nagaratnam R to talk.
Mahodaya, अद्य एव प्रथमवर्गः इदानीम् अत्र गणितं पठितुं शक्यते वा महोदय?
शक्यते.
अहं बहु
अत्र पूर्वं
वीडियो आडियो अस्ति अस्ति खलु महोदय?
आमाम् सत्यं
पठितुं शक्यते? आम्, अस्तु महोदय, बहु धन्यवादः.
Okay, so there are no more questions. I'm going to end this class. So let me go to this Mangalacharanam. Om swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim hishaha go brahmanebhyo shubhamastu nityam lokaः samastः sukhino bhavantu. धन्यवादः.